Oh,
What made you so mad?
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
You don't want to talk about it?
And if I start talking about it, I'm gonna throw something.
Yeah, don't do that. That wouldn't be good for anybody.
Nothing here that needs to be thrown.
All right, let's not do that.
I'll throw Zaylee.
Well, you could do that. She's rather small, but it's not a good idea.
Yeah, but, I would say pick on someone your own size, but... What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of the Almost Brothers podcast.
That was cheap.
I'm sorry. That was too, that's messed up. That's
why
yeah.
he has the buttons.
My
He can
bad.
Say something and just hit a button.
I'll push your buttons.
I don't know what that even means. Should I be scared? Should I be excited? Like
Intimidated? Intimidation.
Feel something. Bloated, maybe? I don't know.
on today's episode, we're going to be talking about generosity, but most importantly, tipping. This has gotten
Cow tipping.
out of hand. Not cow tipping. Funny. Have you ever done that?
No.
Growing up in Puxco, I figured y'all would.
No.
That would be and that
Saturday
yeah, like
night fun.
and that y'all's
I was
go to. You do that before the square dance.
No, I was the not popular kid
Oh,
in high
okay.
school.
So you didn't get invited to the cow tipping.
No.
Oh,
I didn't.
oh,
Yeah.
They
Oh,
do square
Tyler.
dancing up there, though.
Yeah.
oh.
Now, I don't know if they'll be doing square dancing much this year because y'all heard about the Midway, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that where the square dancing was at?
Right next to it.
Really?
Okay. Yeah. Because that's where they have like the homecoming, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where the goat burgers.
That's right. No goats were harmed in the making of this episode.
Not this episode, but at the
They
homecoming.
were,
line.
Oh,
they were
yeah, I
very
bet,
much
yeah.
harmed in the making of Homecoming.
Yeah, for sure. So, how y'all doing, Rich? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man.
Doing good?
Yeah.
I like it. Nice. Tata, how you doing?
Yeah.
All right, cool. He's like, we did the video with him the other day, and he just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was like, video.
Did you watch it yet?
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
I was in the doctor's office, so I couldn't crank it all the way up.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So, how you doing?
It's just kind of like just playing it quietly. All I hear is, yeah.
Yeah. Like, what was that? I'm sorry. Interrupting these poor patients. So, yeah, we're going to be talking about generosity today and giving, and again, kind of segueing into talking about tipping. It's gotten a little bit out of hand. I tipped
bit.
somebody today by accident. Was it today? No, yesterday by accident, and all they did was take my order. They didn't make it.
Right.
It was at Five Guys.
Yeah. There's no way.
Yeah,
And
I just did it naturally.
So I have a solid rule on tipping.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
If I am standing, you're not getting a tip.
If you're standing,
Yes. If I
Okay.
am ordering at a counter or Sonic, same thing.
yeah.
I am not tipping.
What about like a coffee shop?
No.
See, for me, it's if it takes a level of skill, I'll tip you. But if it doesn't, if anybody could do it, then I won't. So if I'm like at a coffee shop and I order a breakfast sandwich that's already made, I'm not going to tip you for turning around and grabbing that, But if you're making the coffee, like that takes a level of skill. You have to know how to do
And
that.
it depends.
So it's like,
Because, small towns, a lot of people own their business. So if it's the owner of the, no, I'm not going to tip the owner of the business.
that's getting my money
Right.
anyway. Yeah.
And it's the same way with the Chinese restaurants. I don't feel like I tip there either, usually, because
Yeah.
it's family owned.
Well, and they're only bringing you your drink.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to get your own food.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
About I remember I was talking to Liv about. I was like, if they were doing more, I would. Yeah. Tip
Right.
If they want, if I told them, hey, go grab that and that and
And I'm also,
Yeah.
and I'm also
Sure.
a firm believer that tipping is earned. It is not.
Yeah.
It is
That's-
not something
yes.
that you just get because you are doing it.
Because that's where I think it's starting to get out of control, where one places automatically take it out,
Right.
or like when they get mad when you don't tip a certain amount. It's
We
like,
went to Watami.
what's the Sami? I always
last,
mess with Jamie on that.
General Tosis.
Last Friday. Yeah, we
Okay,
went to Watami
Sykeston.
Bluff.
Okay,
And so I paid for mine and Liv's meal, and then another girl there, she didn't really eat much for food, I guess she's picky or whatever. She didn't really eat any of it. So I was like, I'll take it home and I'll pay for it. No problem. $127.
Oh no.
A $26 tip was included.
Was
for both
was put-
tickets.
Oh.
No.
Oh. And I went there one time. And all I get is rice and chicken anyway. So I spent like $17 on rice and chicken. And it's like, they're like, oh, but it's the experience. And I'm like, they made the food. Like, I don't
They did
get
the
it.
same thing they would have done.
You brought the
in
kitchen out here.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And it's like, no. And it's like, no. Oh, that's brutal. Bet that hurt.
It did.
Like,
Yeah, that's a new place, right? Up in Poplar, out on Oak Grove Road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no,
Let's.
absolutely
It
not.
hasn't been there very long. Less than a year, I think.
And then you get to where, the question is, if you get your food delivered,
Right.
do you tip? Because they're already getting paid extra for delivery.
Yeah. Well, my thing is, the only people that I've ever growing up knew that you tip were, servers at a restaurant.
Yeah. Right.
Because guess how much they're making? $3 an hour. Because they that's where the problem started.
Yep. And that bothers me too. Is like, how is it our responsibility now to pay the wages when the business owner should be paying the wages? Why is it the customer's job, to do that? Like, I don't mind tipping, but looking at the customer as, well, they only make so much, so we have to make sure that we tip is irresponsible of the business owner.
Even more so. So I was a waiter I waited some, but I was a bartender at Red Lobster and Cape. I got paid $5 an hour. The bar was inside the kitchen, so no one was actually tipping me.
Right.
Yeah.
The servers tipped out 10%
Of their tips.
of their tips, and that went to me.
Yeah.
Or no, it was 5% went to me, 5% went to the kitchen staff.
Ooh.
And so
it's even.
even on a busy Friday night, I'm looking at
So then why did they just
30.
pay you $5 an hour then?
Because they could.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess so.
yeah.
That's brutal.
I think I remember the most on a busy night I made was like $70.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's brutal.
But I will tip a delivery driver, a pizza driver or whatever.
Yeah.
And it is touchy because, when you order online, you automatically pay that $4.99 or whatever delivery fee, but that doesn't go to the driver.
Right.
He drives his own vehicle, and it depends. Again, if I'm waiting 45, the last time I got pizza, the guy brought an order, and you know how the size of our family, he shows up with a pizza, and I'm like, dude, this is not ours.
Yeah, like, sorry, wrong one. Wrong house.
Sure enough, he had grabbed the wrong order, so he had to go back to the store to get it. You don't get a tip at that point. You have screwed up my order.
Yeah.
You do not get a tip.
And then there's times where I like overly tip.
Oh yeah.
When we have like a good, good
Absolutely.
waitress, a good waiter. They're nice. They know what they're doing. They do everything, and I will overly tip. This was a few years ago. I was able to bless someone. Me and Jamie talked about it. The guy was, you could tell he was in college, about that age, and he was just doing so good, and he talking to the kids and laughing, and he did a real good job. And when we went to leave, I was like, babe, I'd really like to bless this kid, and just. And she's like, yeah, I think we should. So I gave him $100.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, man, Jesus loves you. I just wanted to bless you. You did such a good job.
Yeah.
I could tell you're about college age. I was like, are you in college? He's like, yeah. I was like, we just wanted to bless you. And he just started tearing up. And it was really cool to be able to do that. And I'll try to do that when it's a good experience.
Yeah.
But I feel bad for the waiters or waitress that does a good job, but like the cooks are terrible.
Right.
Yeah.
They keep messing your order up.
And that's something that's really hard for people to separate those two.
Yeah.
It is not the waitress's fault if your steak is not right.
Yeah.
Stop blaming her.
Yeah.
Stop taking her tip away
Yeah.
because the kitchen messed up.
Yep.
That's nonsense.
It's like, I'm sorry. I don't.
Yeah. And they're doing their best, apologizing and
Yeah.
Yeah. I know one time we were at Olive Garden and they forgot that we got seated.
yeah.
And we we were there for like 30 minutes. And I'm just like,
Ooh, that's not good.
yeah. So I was like, I went and found the first, it wasn't even our waitress. It was just the first one. I'm like, hey, we've been, sitting there like, oh, we're so sorry. got our order and all that. And at the end, the manager came out and he's like, "Don't worry about paying. I took care of your meal. Sorry for the wait."
That's awesome.
So in that time, I was like, you know what, babe, I'm going to go ahead and leave a tip on what we would have paid for the food anyway, just to be able to bless them, because you never know what these people are going through. You know, they were probably busy.
Serving, if you've never been a server at a restaurant, especially like a dine-in restaurant, not like a fast food, it's not easy,
right?
And especially when you got, like, when I was working at Buffalo Wild Wings, I would have an 8-table section.
Was that in Cape or Bluff?
Bluff,
okay.
Which I worked at the one in Cape for like a month, but like an 8-table section, small tables, but still you can fit 4 to 5 people at each table.
Right.
So 4 to 5 times 8. That's quite, and then busy. It's busy.
Yeah.
A lot, guys. There's so much.
Yeah.
But then you get the smaller sections, but the smaller sections are usually the bigger tables.
Right.
So you've got, say you have 3 tables. Okay, they're probably 12 top tables.
Yeah.
Right.
So you're looking at about 36 to 40 people or so, and trying to manage all of that. It's not easy. I remember I'll tell you my 2 worst experiences as a server. The number 2, it was at Red Lobster. I was serving that night, and there's a real nice couple, kind of older, probably in their early 40s, came in probably about an hour and a half or so before we closed. And they were probably the only table left, and they're in my section, and they're the only table there. So I paid really good attention to them, chatted them up a bunch. They were from out of town. They're asking like, "Oh, it's fun to do around here." Blah blah blah. It's Cape. It's not a whole lot. You can go bowling. You can go bowling, go to the movie, or walk down to the river.
Yeah.
But I was super friendly. I was getting them everything they needed because again, they're my only table, so I'm doing the best I can. They were there for probably a good 2 hours right before we closed.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Oh wow.
Nothing.
No tip whatsoever.
Nothing. Ooh. So that's my second worst experience. My top number 1.
Number one.
I'm pretty sure I've told y'all the story. But I was working at B-Dubs in Bluff. And I was working the patio.
Yeah.
Middle of July.
Yeah.
Middle of July.
Yeah, that's tough.
Stupid hot. It's 98 degrees outside. So I came in and I was in there probably about 2 hours. I had no tables on, or no one sitting on the patio, and I was kind of just helping around. So I was there for 2 hours. Finally went up to the manager. I was like, "Hey, no one's going to come. Can I just clock out and go home?" And she was like, "Let's wait a half hour. If no one comes in, then you can go home." Wait a half hour. As soon as I went to go talk to the manager, be like, "Hey, been a half hour. I'm going home." Right before there's a guy walking in. I was like, "Okay, I'll go see him real quick before I do that." Comes in. How many? Oh, there's going to be probably about 16 or 17 of us. Mm-hmm. All right. I was like, okay, so you want to sit towards the bar? Because that's where we can like push a bunch of the tables together. He's like, actually, can we sit on the patio?
Oh, wow.
Oh gosh.
Wow.
I'm like, oh man.
And I remember because they were like, oh yeah, we just came off the lake. So you've been baking it in the hot sun.
And you want to
and
sit
now
outside
you want to sit
some
outside in the hot sun eating hot food. Anyways, they were there for probably about 2 hours. I was probably about 12 adults and 5 kids or so. And anyways, I remember a bunch of them ordered. It was like you can order a Buffalo Ranch wrap, or it also comes in as a sandwich, and they're right next to each other. And anytime I take someone's order, I always read it back because y'all know how my mind works.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
I always read it back, and for that particular case, I kind of like pointed like, okay, so we got this one here, this one here, and this one here. Yes. Time goes by, bring out the food. Apparently, I got half of the entire table's order wrong because they wanted a wrap and not the sandwich, or they wanted the sandwich and not the wrap. Threw such a fit about it. I was like, y'all, I read it back to you and you said yes.
Right.
Anyways, they're there for 2 hours. I'm bust my butt in the sun, freaking drenched in sweat. They leave, left a nickel.
Oh.
That's just like teasing at that point. Just
left
like,
a freaking nickel.
Yeah, you just don't leave anything.
Right.
Yeah. Don't be.
Did you ever have like tables where you just knew they weren't going to tip very well just before you even went over there? Just like, oh yeah, this is gonna be bad.
Right.
Yeah, usually if it's like teenagers, especially younger, like freshly 16, they may leave a few bucks.
Yeah.
Right. They don't understand.
And it wasn't that, when I kind of took note of that, I wasn't gonna be like, I'm just gonna give you subpar service. I'm gonna do my best, obviously, because that's what I do.
Yeah.
But
that's what I do. Built different, as Zeke would say.
Built
different. Oh my god!
But yeah, it's usually like the teenagers on the first date. Or
and what happened? What happened to the 10%? Now it's more than that. And I
was gonna say I'm pretty sure the minimum I've seen is 18, 16,
right.
18.
It's like, what happened? Like that used to be good.
And there's all the way up to like 35% on some of these. Like
yes,
yeah.
There's somewhere you can like just match the bill.
Yes, like that. Right, like just double it.
Yeah,
that
double it, pass it on,
dude. That's oh my gosh. I get
done triggered him
oh
now.
my gosh. I get so anxious anyway, just ordering, and they flip around that screen.
Yeah, and they're looking at you. What are you gonna press?
And it's before they make your food or make your drink. So I'm like, and it's like
what you press determines if I spit in your food.
Right. And it's like all the options. It's like 15% and 18% and 20% or custom, and the custom is right by the no. Right. So I don't want to reach at the bottom because they might think I put in no. So I'm like, oh God, I don't know. Oh, what do I do? What do I do? Because I don't want to go for the lowest one, but it starts creeping up there, and I'm just like,
well, my concern is when I do a digital tip.
Yeah,
are they really getting the tip?
Right.
That's always what I'm concerned about. But I have no problem hitting no.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'll
hit no all day
and flip it back around. Wow.
My thing is if like when we board the dogs, they do the thing.
Yeah.
The iPad, it has the tip thing on there. I know they're getting paid, at least what, $12, $13, $14, $15 an hour.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I'm spending $130 to board my dogs for a couple days. No, you're fine.
And that kills me too when it's overpriced.
Yeah.
It's already overpriced. I just spent $8 on a coffee.
Right.
Like, I'll throw you $1, but like, come on now, we're getting up there.
Well,
It's getting a little bit.
That's why it's hard for me to like. I love to sit down and eat at a restaurant.
Yeah.
But there's that pressure.
Yeah.
You're at a $10 meal. Well, now it's a $15 meal or $20 meal because of tipping and taxes.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's just
and it kills me when people say, well, if you can't afford to tip, then don't go out to eat. No, if you can't afford to work without my tip, then don't work there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why is all the pressure on me?
Because I used to have that same mentality, but I only have that about when it's servers. Because again, servers are only making $3 to $7 an hour.
But and again, I will gladly tip a server, an actual waiter, waitress.
Yes.
I will happily, as long as the service is good. I will tip them all day long. I have chosen to go sit at a restaurant and eat. I will tip if it's good service. But if I'm at Taco Bell and you know.
Yeah. and then you wonder if the tip goes to the person you have certain coffee shops where they'll have people that with the iPads and they're taking your order, but they're not the ones making it.
Right.
So you're like, if I tip, am I tipping this person?
I wonder about
who am I tipping?
I wonder that with bus people.
Yeah.
Like bus people sometimes will get their tips. And I've seen some bus people like hand it to the waiter or waitress and others I haven't, I don't. So
yeah, it's like who's getting this?
Right.
It varies from business to business because they do tip sharing and depending on who does the tip share, like who it goes to. I remember when I worked at
apparently you don't remember.
No, that was my first job. I worked at
that was only like 10 years ago.
It was 12 years ago.
Oh, you're right.
12 and a half years ago. It was 15.
I stand corrected.
Anyways, got him. It was at something in company. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yes, I do.
We had to tip out 10%, but instead of like a weekly thing, they did it at the end of the season that they would give it to the rest of the staff.
That way they hope you forget how much you got in tips, and then I know who ran that, so that's probably how that went.
Do y'all ever go into a new restaurant and there's nobody there to seat you, and you're like, do I sit myself?
Oh,
do I wait?
Yeah.
I don't know what
My-
to do.
There's no sign that
Yes.
says.
You're like, oh God,
What
if
do
we
I
sit-
do?
If we sit, are they gonna not
Right.
know we
I'll just go home.
Yes. Or like restaurants, it's like a chain restaurant, but they're all different.
Right.
So it's like Walmart when you go get an oil change. Half of them you go into the building.
Right.
Half of them you stand there. Some of them you pull up. Some of them you leave your car in the parking lot. So I always go in just like, I don't know what I'm doing. I need an oil
Here,
change.
Take them. Change the gas, whatever.
Yes. And I always guess wrong. So I'm like,
Right.
I'll wait on a guy to walk up, and then he walks up, and then he's like, oh, yeah, you have to do that inside. So the next time I go to inside, and they're like, oh, no, you do it out there. And I'm
Right.
like, I feel stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
You already feel stupid because
Yes.
you're half a man.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Man, like,
Darn. Darn diddy darn darn.
I'll tell you a story. When we went to Savannah, Georgia, it's kind of piggybacking off when you're talking about blessing that one kid. We went to Savannah. It was the last day we were there before he's got a phone call.
what? Oh, you have an alarm going off? Like, what?
Dang, what you got going on this time of
Cookies in
night?
the oven? Like, what's
Bible study every night.
Oh, but
Oh,
yeah.
well, okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Hey, so it was the last day before we flew back home, and like I saved up a crap ton of money for our honeymoon.
It's a lot.
Yeah, and so we went to this Asian fusion
Is there a
place.
specific amount of a crap ton? How much is that? Exactly.
I think
It's half a
for
ton.
the entire trip.
Is there change in there? Is it just like a dollar amount?
What the change that was left is what we used for that tip. I was trying to remember. I was trying to see if Liv remembered. I want to say because I saved up about 6,000 or so.
Oh, nice.
For the
Okay.
trip, and that was like spending money.
Yeah.
And we had, I want to say, we left $1,400
Really?
as a
For-
tip.
as a tip.
There
For
we
who?
go.
It was like an Asian fusion restaurant that we went to.
Wow.
That's awesome.
You
Well, and-
definitely
and-
blessed somebody.
Yes, and like, you know, that's such a good time when you're able to do that to somebody, because that's life changing for someone. You know, that for some people it seems like nothing, but
Yeah.
for a lot, when you're not expecting that is a big deal.
We'll be right back.
Well, hey there. This is Mike from the Almost Brothers podcast. We want to thank you for checking out this episode. I want to ask you, has this podcast encouraged you in any way and you would like to give back? Well, guess what? We have a way that you can do that. Okay, you could do $3, $5, $8, or $10 a month. What this does is this helps financially support the show so we can continue to put out good content and encourage you. So if you've got time, go down in the show notes and click on that support button that will take you to the page to where you can give back and help us to continue this thing. Back to the episode.
It's kind of annoying to watch the people that make videos of it, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're,
Man,
you're not
yeah.
wanting to bless somebody.
Well,
you're
and
just wanting views.
And it's like, I'm so on the fence with it.
Yeah.
Because it is inspiring. You know, it makes me want to go and do that or be able to do that. So it's like, that's such a hard,
Yeah.
that's
Well,
such a hard thing.
I can't remember, but it's like the Bible kind of talks about, you know, giving and giving generously on and not.
Yeah, don't let your right hand know
yeah.
what your left hand is doing.
Yeah. So when we did that, we didn't wait for the person.
Right.
Yeah.
We got the little book, put the money in there, closed it, and we left.
That is awesome.
And
Man,
I always,
what would you do if you got that?
Quit.
I mean, shoot. Yeah.
All right.
Well, I mean,
Deuce.
yeah. Well, I mean, in Savannah, that's probably a month's rent.
That like
Right.
that. Oh man, I don't know what I like. Man,
What about paying it forward? Have y'all ever done that in the drive-through?
yes.
Paying for that is such a good feeling.
Yep. I had a lady. It wasn't a drive. It was at Walmart. I was getting groceries, and the lady in front of me did that.
Tyler did something
Oh
stupid.
gosh.
Sure.
Oh gosh.
started thinking about this like show or whatever, and this guy was in the drive-through, and the woman was like, "Would you like to pay it forward and pay for the person behind you's meal?" Sure. pays for it. It's like $28, and then he drives super fast, and he cuts this woman off. He's like, "Wait, just let me do something. Let me do something." He goes behind you, and because she's gonna ask the guy behind him, so he gets behind that guy. It's like 30 cheeseburgers, 30 tacos, 30 fries, 30 drinks.
Oh, that's messed up. Try to get it paid for.
She asked him, and like you can't hear, but you can see the conversation going on. And the dude just looks behind him, and the guy that like ordered all that is just like looking straight, no eye contact.
That's funny.
That's what it reminded me of. I'm sorry, go ahead.
You still want to pay it for? Yeah, but a lady at Walmart did that.
Yeah.
You know, and then because when you don't expect it, you're ready to pay for your stuff. So then you're like, well, yeah, I was going to pay for this anyway.
Right.
You know, it's nothing. And yeah, you see people just like, oh man. And I've tried to do that anytime I can, you know, like when I feel like I'm able to do that, I try to do something like that. Just like, oh man, I got that, or I'll buy somebody like Ricky. I saw Ricky at the gas station.
Yeah.
And it was just buying his drink. He was getting a fountain drink. I'm just like, hey, I'm going to get his fountain drink too. Just got it and left. And, you know, and just something so small, you know, it's just like, oh, that's pretty cool.
That makes, I know when that's happened to me, it makes me feel seen.
Yeah.
Because it could be just like you said, just like a casual encounter with someone. Hey, how you doing? You know, not really notice.
Yeah.
That person could ask, you know, or someone could ask you, hey, who'd you saw? I can't even remember. But something like that makes you feel seen in that moment.
And it's an amazing thing because you, like you said, you just never know what people are going through. You know, that free drink or coffee or whatever, that could have made their entire week.
Right. It's just like, oh, that was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, mom found, she went to Walmart and got like a purse. It was like a little change purse, money purse, not like a big one. And she got home and she had it for a few months or whatever. She was getting ready to finally use it. So she just had it at home. It was sitting, and finally she was getting ready to use it and went to tore all the tags off and, you know, cleaning the paper out and all that. Found $100 in it.
Oh, wow.
Somebody had just put it in there to bless somebody.
Nice.
That's
I was
awesome.
like, that's so cool to think about. Just like, I'm gonna put this in here, put it on the shelf. Somebody eventually is going to be blessed by it.
I'd be afraid that it would get like discontinued.
Just thrown out.
Ended up in a dumpster.
But she sure did. It was $100 bill
that's awesome.
in the pocket of the purse. Yep.
For some reason, I never get people offered to pay for my groceries.
Oh no! Yeah. Well,
both baskets.
Yeah. They watch. Yeah, they watch you look like Fast and the Furious pulling up all together with all your carts. They're like, the next person maybe.
I'm always tempted to do that if I'm like at like DG. You know, people aren't going up to registers with cartfuls of groceries.
Yeah.
But they'll have, you know, a good handful of stuff. I always want to do it for the people that are like fumbling with their cash. Like, here, let's just, I got you.
Let's just get out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know there are still people that write checks? Older people,
Yes.
obviously, but that's like, it's like watching somebody use a typewriter nowadays. I was like, how are you even doing that?
Okay, I'm gonna tell.
I used to write checks, but my checkbook ran out and I never ordered anymore, so I just stopped writing checks.
I don't know why I'm gonna do this because y'all's gonna use it against me, but you know,
Darn right,
here we
Will.
go. Yeah, I remember it was probably 3 or 4 months ago. Oh gosh. Oh
You
gosh.
must know the story.
Oh gosh. I had
What
to
is
write.
wrong with you?
I can't remember what I had to write it for, but I had to write it for a reason. And I got to the counter, and again, I freak out, and they're asking me questions.
It's 20 questions.
So I'm like standing here, and I'm just like, hold up, I gotta get. And I go to, and I realize I haven't wrote a check in 20 years. So I'm
don't know how to
standing
do
there
this.
with it. They're just, I mean, just eye to eye, just looking at me, just like, are you gonna?
And
pay
you're
for your
wanting
stuff?
to ask them, do you know how to write a check?
Oh, I look at them and I look down. And I looked at him and I looked down. And then
I
I'm like,
look at him.
And then
he looks at me.
So then I try to be smooth with it, like my phone's ringing. So
There's nothing smooth about that.
So he's looking at me. He's looking at me, and I give him the old hold up finger, and I'm like, "Oh, hold up, one second. I'm sorry."
You Googled how to write a check.
Yes.
Don't ever tell that story again.
And I'm like, one second, let me. And I'm like, I'm like, hold up. And I have to put it to I have to hold on. Listen, okay. Dang. I had to first I had to put the phone to my ear, like,
because you got a phone call.
yeah, right.
Gotta stay with it.
So then I have to act like it's not working, like I don't have signal. So this is all why he's staring at me. So I'm like, hello, I can't hear. I'm sorry. Here, hold up. And I start acting like I'm trying to change settings on my phone when I'm really Googling how to write a check.
You know what's funny? He could probably see the glare from your glasses.
I'm sure. I'm sure. And here, and again, I don't know why I tell these stories. Because here's the bad part.
Oh, that wasn't the bad part?
No.
That was the good part.
Yeah. So I finally I'm fumbling around, and again, he's standing here just like I got people behind me, like sweat's going down the back of my neck. I mean, I'm just pit sweat going on, and I go to start writing it, and he looks at me and he goes, "Hey, you don't have to write that. We could just put it in the machine."
Hey, you went through all of that drama for nothing. Where was this at?
Walmart.
Dude.
So he just took the blank check and put it in the machine, and it does it for you.
Yeah, it's 2025, bud.
Oh my god.
They can do that.
And I left there feeling
Questioning all of your life choices.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's going
And
in Almost Brothers Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
right
and I
there.
know the whole time he's just sitting there like, this idiot does not know how to write a check. So he let me go through all this.
Because he sees it in your glasses.
You
How
did
to
not
write a
fool
check.
anybody.
So now I'm wondering, did he know the whole time and he's just letting me fumble around
100%.
for 45 seconds?
100%.
Acting like I'm on the phone.
100%.
I guarantee he probably saw that the phone wasn't even on when I'm like this.
Yeah.
It is now part of his family's lore.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
let me tell you about this one guy
Yeah.
that
Made
I
his
checked
day.
out. Yeah.
Glad I could help him out.
That's
You're
awesome.
welcome, Carl from Walmart.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't. I did not know. I'm like,
I get that away when I write a letter
memo.
because I so rarely do that.
Yeah.
Like, where does
Yeah.
the address go?
Does mine go here or
Yeah.
does mine go here?
Here's my thing. And not like cracking jokes at y'all because you're older than me.
Oh,
but
okay.
y'all like that was you did that in y'all's day. Yeah. You wrote letters. You wrote checks.
Uh-huh.
I don't do none
That's a
of
good
that,
point.
but I know
That's
how
a
to
good
do
point,
it.
though. I mean, that's true. That's
You probably should have Googled that before you got to Walmart.
Well, I didn't even think about it, and then I look and I'm like, oh god.
It's like,
oh, no.
wait, it's been 30 years.
And then I forgot about this, and then I handed him the check, and I forgot that Jamie, because she's awesome and she loves me, she got me, our checkbook was all superheroes. So I really looked like a 12-year-old kid that don't know how to write a check that's got freaking Spider-Man on his checkbook.
Carl
Yeah.
from Walmart knows
he's probably
you live
thinking-
with your parents.
Yes.
He's probably
Yes.
thinking his checks are the same as his bed sheets.
Right, exactly. He's like, he definitely has a car bed at home. 100%. Yeah, it wasn't.
What's wrong with a car bed?
It wasn't fun.
I'd like to have
yeah.
one.
Never had a
So
car
that
bed.
was, but yeah, check, letters. That's true too.
Whew.
Yeah,
That's funny.
but yeah, that was my last experience with a check, and
You should not have
First and
checks
last.
don't
ever.
do that no more.
You
Now,
should not have checks.
debit card,
Yeah.
debit card. That's it.
Do y'all have a problem with tap to pay?
Yes, because
every machine is different.
Yes.
Like you're just,
You don't know where
Yes.
to.
waving it all over the machine.
does it have tap to pay? Does it not? Does the
Right.
That's a whole yes.
I had one today. She's like, yeah, ours you have to hold it on there like 20 seconds.
Then
How
that's
are you
not-
supposed
I'll
to know
just
that?
swipe.
It's called. Hello, is this on? Test. It's called tap to pay, not lay
and
it on
hold.
there.
Lay to pay.
Like, shouldn't I be able to tap it? How come the stinking what's the thing called? The little
Chip reader?
The chip reader never works.
I hate that feeling, because my card just got declined, and I don't know why.
Yeah,
and you go through that 5 seconds of panic,
Yeah.
and then it doesn't really work all the time.
Right.
And it's never, it doesn't work, swipe it. No, it has to fail 3 times.
Right.
Then you go to swipe it. Then you go, and then.
And then
Why is there 75 questions?
Oh yeah.
DG.
Do you want a receipt? Would you like to round up? Do you want to donate? Did your meeting go good with the Dollar General cashier? Would you like to buy a stock? What?
Stocks and bonds. Those are still things, right?
I'm like, I just want to go home.
Yeah. I've done this a bunch of times at DG on the thing where the last one is how would you rate your experience? I always forget about it, so I start grabbing the bag and they're like, oh, there's one more.
Yeah. You gotta skip that thing.
Next. Okay,
so
thank you
crazy.
for
And then they hand you 20 receipts.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's like I was like, and
They're killing
nobody
the trees.
and nobody before you takes their receipt, so there's 111 receipts.
Yeah, I've seen that too. Yeah. Yeah, they don't clear them.
I hate it.
Them.
I hate it at gas stations where it's like if it's like rainy or really cold outside and it plays 20 questions with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like just pump the gas. Here's my card.
I just wanted to go.
I want to sit in my car and wait.
Oh, Mike refuses to pay at the pump.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I take mine in because they'll take out
Big
that
brother.
Big brother.
they'll take that big brother.
Oh, cousin Sam.
Some of those take out like, hey, you want $20 in gas? We're going to take out 150.
Until it clears.
Yes.
It's nonsense. Murphy's is that way.
So it's like,
I've never
no.
had that issue.
Yeah.
Murphy's
Jamie's had that happen. I said, that's why I never pay at the, I always go inside.
I've never had that.
Yep.
Like every time I finish pumping, I get the notification from the bank. Hey,
Yeah.
24 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, Murphy's has done it to me, and one Casey's did it. I don't remember which one it was, but one Casey's did it to me. But it's the only times I've ever had. But it has happened. But
I like
Murphy's was like $150.
Yeah. And it puts a hold for like a day.
Right.
And it's like, no, let's not have that happen. I like how Sam's Club does theirs. You just scan your membership and it's got it saved and you just pump in it.
I
Does
don't think I've ever gotten gas at a
Pretty
Sam's
cool. Yeah.
I didn't know you could get gas at
Jonesboro.
Sam's.
at a discount.
Yep.
At a discount.
Scan your Sam's card and then whatever card you have on file, it automatically you just start pumping and then
don't have Sam's.
Sam's Club.
yep.
We don't have a membership. We're not part of the club.
And I like the club. And I like how Sam's Club knows they have the little thing. They have a person at the door because now everywhere is checkout, self-checkout. That's a whole nother episode.
No.
Oh, my gosh. But as you're walking out, you're good. They don't need to check your 16 items and make sure they're all on your
No, they
receipt.
scan your receipt, scan 2 or 3 items, and you're
Yep.
good.
But they don't even do that at the one in Jonesboro.
Oh, really?
It sends them a notification on their tablet. Who is walking? They're good. They're good. They're good. So they just
That's
go.
cool.
It
Yeah.
kind of knows, I guess, what you bought
brother.
and all that. Yeah.
Big brother, I'm telling you.
I refuse to stop when I'm leaving a Walmart.
Just shake your receipt.
I refuse.
Shake it like a salt
If you want
shaker.
to make sure I'm not stealing,
Have
Put somebody
checkers.
at a checkout.
yeah.
Why even build all the checkouts?
They're all closed.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
I did that yesterday. I went to a Walmart, and every self-checkout was closed. I was like, why do y'all even have them?
Yeah.
And what it is they built them all, and now they realize, well, crap, we're getting shoplifted.
Well, they've got 14 self-checkouts, all closed, and then they've got 25 registers, one open.
Yep. Preach.
What are we doing, Walmart? Like,
Get it together.
why do I have to walk around Walmart chasing Susan B. Anthony down? Excuse me, ma'am. I need
Dang.
to get in.
It went downhill for her.
Why is Susan? Is she haunting Walmart? What's going on?
Excuse me. I need to get a $6 charger out of y'all's locked case, please,
Yeah.
so I could write a check and get my $6 charger.
The awkward
Google
part about Walmart's new policies and stuff, like pregnancy tests. They're right next to the adult fun stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I've got to call someone over there, and then they have to walk with me
Yes.
to the register,
Yes.
holding the pregnancy test.
Yes. Yeah. Like it's not. Yeah. Yeah. Just
I feel like
you're-
I'm taking a walk of shame.
Yeah, like you're 5 years old. Just
Yeah.
like this is awkward. oh, I went to Walmart talking about walk of shames. Like at Walmart, I had to get dog food, and what else did we get? It was it was like Valentine's Day flowers and candy, and it was all together. So it was like dog food and flowers and
What a combo.
yes, and they like look at me, and I'm like. Why are you looking at me weird? And they're like,
Hey, Valentine's Day dinner.
flowers and dog food. And I'm like, no, it ain't even.
I love
like
my
that.
dog.
Come on out.
Say it could be two different ways. You either really love your dog or you hate your wife.
Right. And I'm like, it's neither of those things. Like, yeah.
That's
If
awesome.
it's neither, what'd you buy them all for?
Well, it's not that it was either I really don't like my wife or I really love it's neither of those. It's somewhere in the middle. I love the dog, but not that much.
Oh, I was like, then why? Then why'd you buy that stuff? His
Oh,
bought it
gosh.
for collectibles.
So now we're going to move into That's What's Up.
That's what's
What's up?
So this is a segment where we talk about something that we're watching, listening to, or playing. Video games, movies, music. What do y'all have going on in your life? That's What's Up.
I feel like I've got a lot.
Oh,
Honestly.
okay. New stuff?
So yeah,
Or just kind of, okay.
So shows.
No rookie spoilers.
I'm
I
not gonna
haven't
get no
watched any.
spoilers. I ain't gonna get no spoilers.
Yeah,
Getting good
yeah.
though. So yeah, new season of Rookie. We finished Suits.
I know we got
Oh my gosh, Michael!
nine seasons?
9 seasons.
We got to, yeah.
9 long seasons.
We're on the 4th episode,
Yep.
so we're right there. Just really just
Burning it up.
yeah, just going through them.
So we're waiting for Suits LA because I saw the guy that plays Jake Jagelsi in One Tree Hill is in Suits LA.
Oh, he's
So
awesome. Okay.
so that's why I wanted to watch Suits LA.
Brian
But I was like-
Greenberg?
yeah. And so I was like, I can't watch Suits LA without watching Suits. And I tried it once before, kind of got into it, but kind of lost interest. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna try it again, and I got it. What else are we watching? There's one more. I can't remember. We've got. I'm trying to think. Any new music I'm listening to? Okay, so there's actually. So I've been going on TikTok Live lately, and going on other people's lives, and like doing music and stuff. I'm actually getting money from that.
Nice. Okay.
Like probably in a collective 2 weeks, $40.
Hey,
Nice.
all right.
But there's a guy on there, and I'll play like a quick 10.
So you're on the
second-
illegal app getting
Yes. Yeah, getting the illegal money. But there's a guy on there, and his like he's a country singer. He's not big or anything, but his voice is, he's got a higher pitched voice, but there's just something about that in his music. I like it. Let me play like a quick
Okay.
quick
Little blurb.
Little something
yeah,
something.
little something. Guitar.
Just guitar in case y'all didn't know that. Like guitar. Okay, okay. Okay, that's probably about all we could play. That's about it. It's probably about all we could play without
it's-
getting copyrighted.
Right.
But it's yeah, he's good.
Very cool. Shout out, who was that?
His name's Cam Davis.
Cam Davis, shout out.
Yeah.
Come on the pod.
Yeah.
There you go.
Come on the pod.
But yeah, that's been I'm about to start recording
Yeah.
because I finally have time. I just got to find time to write more. I haven't written a song in a month at
Dang.
least because I've been so busy.
And you have a challenge.
I know. That's
You know?
that's what I'm keeping in mind. I'd say I have half an album written.
There we go.
That's awesome.
So
So you're okay. How are you doing on your challenge?
4 pounds.
Come on. That's better than no pounds.
Yeah.
Wait, 4 pounds down?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
I am
Just
4 pounds up.
clarifying.
Wait a second.
Behind
I've,
4?
I've
Okay.
been doing really good. I have not added exercise into what I'm doing. I drop the sugar, don't drink sodas, that sort of thing. But I have every once in a while I'll get ice cream or something, because you can't just give up everything.
Right.
Life will be miserable. But
It's not that bad.
Down 4 pounds. It is.
What you got going on? That's what's up.
So Preacher season 3 came out.
Yeah.
Huge fan. They actually found somebody bigger than Alan Rickson to play the enemy in this one. It's amazing. The dude is a monster. But so season 3, we're watching that. Watching a new show on NBC called The Hunting Party.
Okay.
It's about a profiler hunting serial killers. My favorite genre.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm creepy. I'm playing Hogwarts
Yeah.
on the Xbox, which is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's a good game.
It's got a lot of it's not Harry Potter based,
Yeah.
but it's Hogwarts based. So it's got a lot of the castle and just stuff that you saw in Harry Potter, but it's not Harry Potter. So it's a really, really cool game. And I want to say we were watching something else.
Yeah. What's that one show that it's on now? Where they're trying
Extracted.
to yes, Extracted.
Oh, Extracted is so good.
That's a good one that y'all should watch. We started watching that.
It's called Extracted.
It's a reality show.
Is it the family thing?
Kind of.
I don't know. They drop these amateur survivalists into
On an
the
island.
wild.
Then they had their family back at headquarters.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's one. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
Is so
It's good.
It's on
good.
Fox.
I've heard. There's a show that Liv started watching called High Potential. Basically, think of Suits, but instead of lawyers, it's detectives, and it's got more of a comedic aspect to it. You ever watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Yes.
You know the girl on there, D,
Yeah. I'm
blonde.
trying to think. Yeah, I'm trying to think of her real name. Yes.
I don't know. She's the main character for that.
Okay. Very nice.
Don't know that one.
It's pretty good. I get so mad at it because there's he's like the main detective in all the cases they do. I get so mad because there's like, I remember there's one that was like, oh yeah, we found the guy that did it because for some reason we just never checked this one thing that he mentioned he was at during this time where the murder happened. So we're like, oh, okay, we'll move on to the next one. And I Liv gets so mad when we watch it because I'll pause it and I'll be like, it's not like he told you he was here
Right.
when the murder happened. So maybe check the alibi.
Yeah.
Not take his word for
You
it.
seem
Sorry.
mad.
You see? Uh-oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
She's going to defend her show.
Uh-oh.
Stop. No, I'm not even listening to what you're saying.
Uh-oh.
You are
Uh-oh.
take it down a little bit.
Oh, snap.
This show is stupid.
Oh.
The show's not stupid.
Darn. Darn diddy darn darn.
The detective is
The
stupid.
detectivist.
Show.
High potential.
Shut your
No, the
Oh,
detective is
snap.
stupid. Leave me alone.
Bye.
Golly.
So anyway, what I am...
What you got going on?
So I am now. I've caught the bug again. The collecting.
One Tree Hill?
The collecting bug. Oh yeah, yeah. We're on One Tree Hill. We're on season. Babe, where we at on One Tree Hill? Season 5, episode 4.
You won't believe how it ends.
It's great. It's great stuff. If you ever watch One Tree Hill, please watch it. It's a great show ever made. Anyway, the collecting bug outside of what I already collect, VHSs and
Toys.
no, no. But I am back on collecting vinyl.
Oh.
That's an expensive hobby.
Yes,
these
it
days.
is. Yes, it is. And it's went down a little bit.
Yeah.
But I really, especially when it comes to vinyl, I like bands, like more music than anything. But I've been kind of researching new kind of indie rock, folk type music. Like I really like, let's see. Of course, I like Death Cab for Cutie. That's one of my favorite bands in the whole world. But, oh my gosh, what did I look up the other day? There was like
Check.
four new kind of like folk rock type bands that
Have you heard?
I was looking
any
up.
of
and it's like, man,
Tyler Hilton's music. He's kind of
No, wait,
he's
who?
Tyler Hilton.
Oh yes,
I
yeah.
was gonna say he's a kind of like a
Folksy.
folkish country. I almost think of it as like kind of alternative country.
And it's just I've listened to a few songs. Like, man, do I want to get? I want to get the Beatles' greatest hits. That's on there. Mumford and Sons. I put that on my list. So I'm trying to get more music, and because my challenge was to take my Mondays off and kind of chill. So we're gonna get our record player set up at the house, and I want to just listen to some music and kind of shut all the electronics off and just enjoy a little bit in the morning of just good music. So
Good music, smoke a cigar.
yeah, no cigar though.
What?
But yeah,
No,
yeah.
Smoking a pancake. Pipe and a crepe.
Can't finish that one.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, so kind of trying to like Death Cab is my big go to. I can and just especially albums that you can put on just let play all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of what I've been.
Mine is Appetite for Destruction. That's
Oh gosh, yeah,
Just
that's a
play
good
that.
one. That's a good album. Yeah,
The,
it's the reason why I was like the second.
the one
highest selling album
album
of all
that comes to my mind is 1X by 3 Days Grace. I
Okay, there you go.
Listen.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I've listened to that album top to bottom a few times on a long road trip. Like that's all I listen
Heck
to
yeah.
because
I got the Beatles greatest hits. That's one I got on my list. I like Coldplay. I don't like all of Coldplay, but I like some of it.
Mhm.
So that's what
I'm not a
I've been
huge fan, but I like The Scientist.
doing. Yeah.
Evanescence.
Oh gosh. Oh man. Let's see. Watching, of course, One Tree. Oh, we watched like 3 new movies, all of which were big letdowns.
Yeah.
Interstellar, that was a letdown.
There was one you told me about. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, there was like Juror Number 2. That was a big letdown. I think I talked about that one already.
I've heard about that.
And there was another movie we watched that was Nosferatu. I just watched that and it was a letdown.
Really?
one?
I
Yes.
thought that'd be good.
It was. I mean, it wasn't bad. I need to watch it again because it was kind of loud and you really have to listen to it. I thought the acting was really good. It was just kind of weird, and usually I like the weird movies, but
Did you ever watch the original?
was it a long time ago?
I haven't. I got
Yeah,
those kind of
Long
like
time
the really like famous like silent black and white
Yeah.
ones. I would watch.
yep.
You watched Sonic.
Yeah, we watched Sonic 3. That's right. Yeah, we
At
went to
your-
theaters
at
and
your
went to
son's
that.
first date.
Yeah, yeah, that went good. Yeah, Miss Lily was there.
That's
And,
what's up.
yeah, no, that's what's up. First date, Valentine's Day.
Oh,
It was
man.
good. It was about a 7 out of 10. It was not bad.
Yeah.
The date or the movie?
The movie, I thought the date went good. I don't know. Yeah. We kind of let them sit a couple rows up from us and hang out together, and it was good. It was
Man,
good.
I don't even remember my first date.
I don't even.
I do. It was me and Jamie.
Of course it was.
Yeah, and
Shocker.
it was a group hang.
Yeah. That's
So there
not
was
a
like
date.
there was like 8 of us
It's not
that
a date.
were all couples,
Quintuple date.
and we watched Superstar.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
It took me
Molly
a
Shannon.
second. Gosh dang
Stick
it.
my hands under my arms and smell them like that. And I remember we were sitting in there, and there was like one scene she was in like a bikini or something, nothing crazy. But I remember we were all sitting in there, and the guy's house who we were at, his parents came out.
Oh, at that.
Oh,
right,
and they
at that
flipped
time.
out, man. Why do y'all watch? It's like they're at the beach. It's a
Right.
bikini, like it's okay, and it was crazy. But I told my buddy that night I was going to marry her. That's a true
And-
story.
And you did.
Yes, I did.
We know. We
After
all
she-
know.
Did I know at that time? Yeah, I don't know, but
Are you glad you did? Yeah. Some days.
absolutely 100% of the time.
Blink if you're in danger.
Well, y'all got
Blink
anything else
twice.
on your heart?
I'm thinking real hard.
This could take a while.
All right. Well, we'll get back to you next episode. We'll let
There's
Tyler
just so
figure it
much.
out.
There's just so much on my mind. It's
Yeah.
been such a busy. Like last night, like after working all day and going straight to church and the 3-hour rehearsal. Oh my gosh!
Tired?
Yeah,
What was last night?
we
Oh, it was Wednesday.
it was
Okay.
Wednesday,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was like,
today?
what did what I do? Yeah.
Yeah, it was like we were finishing up, and I looked at the. I gotta go.
Yeah.
I've got to go home. I can.
Yeah.
I am drained. I
Yeah.
said my battery's dead.
Trying
Dead.
to do-
I've got to go.
Rich? Surgery went well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a cyst removed off my neck. It's been there for years. It took 30 minutes to take care of it. It's bigger than I thought it was, but they got it out. So
There you go.
Yeah.
I just keep thinking of the check story. I'm sorry. It just makes me giggle.
Dude. It was bad. Carl, shout out.
Hey, listeners, we just want to thank you for your continued support for the Almost Brothers podcast. Do us a favor and go to your favorite platform and rate us and like us and share with everyone that you know. Thank you so much. Love you.